surely! Oh, it's extraordinary!
Il y a du monde, il y a Trezeguet. Ah oui! L'équipe de France est championne d'Europe! L'équipe de France est championne d'Europe!
A fazer o remate!
Siamo campioni d'Europa!
Football is a cruel sport. Football is a very, very cruel sport. And probably one of the most cruelest things you will experience in your lifetime. You might have heartbreaks, a girl or a guy might cheat on you, but conceding a last-minute goal to knock your team basically out of the Euros, because Croatia are basically out of this European Championship. My God, Croatians, I do feel for you. But at the end of the day, the downfall for this team is defensively, they were not strong. And how you allow Zaccagni all that space. Look, Italy's attack is straight garbage. It is straight garbage. They have no creative play. There's no midfielder that wants to run with the ball. The only time that Italy's attack looked dangerous is when Calafiori, the center back, actually drove into space and played it out to Zaccagni, and it was a beautiful goal from him. Oh, Croatia, Hrvatska. I was going to have the title that Hrvatska always find a way, but now I think it's done. I think the generation of Modric, Vida, Perisic, you name it, Brozovic, who hasn't been good at this Euros, I think it's time to get the retirement papers out from the national team and say, you know what? We've done it. We're done. Because this is the first time, most likely, that Croatia do not advance out of the group stage since the 2014 World Cup. It's been a great run. They've made it to every Euros. They've made it to every World Cup. They've made it to a World Cup final. They've gone into third place. But I think it's done. What a shame. But Italy, they don't look good. If you think Italy are going to go far at this Euros, I have another thing for you. Yeah, they might have gotten the late goal and the late equalizer. That team is basically Donnarumma or nada. Donnarumma has been their best player by a country mile. It is a country mile. If they don't have Donnarumma in this team, are they even making it out of the group? Like, let's be honest. Donnarumma saved their ass against Albania. Donnarumma saved their ass against Spain from not getting annihilated. Donnarumma saved the penalty today against Modric, and he made the crucial save on Budimir. Unfortunately, Modric is there to put the rebound in. See, there was the storyline. Modric gets the winner for Croatia. They advance to the round of 16, and Italy have a tough path. And now, Hrvatska. But you know what's been the downfall for this team? And look, Spain won their game, 3-for-3. Ferran Torres, beautiful goal. Dani Olmo, what's a baller he is. Great assist. You know, Broja had his chances and Albania had their chances. They waited too long. Their first shot on target was in the 45th minute. Then they started playing a bit better football. What was it, 50th, 60th minute? You know, Broja was getting involved. Asani, Bayrami and all these guys. But Albania left it too late. They were competitive throughout this Euros. Got to give it to them. They didn't get annihilated like other teams. But the downfall is when you have to win a game, you cannot leave it till the last 30 minutes, especially against Spain, who are a very good side at the moment. And Spain go 3-for-3 and top the group, and we already knew that before. But this is mostly about Croatia and Italy for this stream. So get your thoughts in the comments down below if you're watching on replay. Remember to hit the like button if you're watching right now. As we're only on 18 likes, you're performing like Croatia's defense throughout this Euros. And if you're watching on Twitter, Twitch, get your thoughts. I mean, you know, I have a soft spot for Hrvatska. I do. I'm not going to be, oh, Michael, why are you so... I do have a soft spot for Hrvatska. For a country that population and with the legends they have in their team, to go out like this, oh, after Hrvatska have done it to so many sides, to Russia, to obviously England with Mandzukic, to Petkovic against Brazil. Hrvatska have done this to all other teams, and now they gotta take the blow. They gotta take the pause. They gotta take the hit for themselves because they've landed the blow to every other team, but now they must suffer. And Hrvatska and their fans must suffer, unfortunately for them. Look, the first half was abysmal. This game, if you want to talk about quality-wise, was trash. it was trash. Italy's attack, I don't know what Spalletti is doing. I think Spalletti has gone into Super Saiyan ludicrous mode at the moment because he's trying all sorts of different players. Look at this team for today, people. Let's look at this team for today. Raspadori should never play again. Di Lorenzo, I don't know how he kept his starting position. And Retegui, he was okay. I wasn't too worried about Retegui. Di Marco didn't look fit. So this lineup already screams to me, Spalletti is confused. He doesn't know his best starting 11. He doesn't know which formation to play. He doesn't know which tactics to apply. And when they have the ball, Italy will look a mess. They look a mess. But he did change it. He did make some good subs. He brought on Chiesa, brought on Zaccagni, and that's what he should do for the rest of the Euros. Just play a 4-3-3. I don't know if you should play Di Lorenzo. Just start Darmian. Darmian looks decent in the right back position. But Calafiori basically is their best creative midfielder. Because nobody from Barella to Pellegrini to Jorginho, no midfielder from Italy was willing to take a chance. They were all frightened of the moment. They were just like, yeah, cool. We'll take the 1-0 loss. We'll go to the round of 16. Anything can happen. That was the sort of mentality they had in this game. After getting destroyed by Spain. Look, and Italy advanced to the round of 16, finished second in this group. But I'm just more worried on how uninspiring this performance was. This is like 2018 World Cup qualifiers against Sweden playoffs. That's the sort of Italy that I watched today. And it's going to continue because I don't see things changing. They're going to need Donnarumma to play like prime Yashin and win the Ballon d'Or. That's the only way. People can say Italy were the better team. By how much? Croatia, they played a good 5 minutes in the second half and then they said, we are going to defend for our lives. They cleared every single cross, Sutolo to Progranic. I thought they played really well in the second half. Livakovic didn't have an amazing save. Obviously, he made the amazing save on Bastoni in the first half. But, Italy didn't threaten them. Chiesa's, final product, not good enough. Overall, I'm just uninspired by this Italy team. What we saw in the first 45 minutes against Albania, where the ball movement was quick, Calafiori is looking good, Barella was looking good, Chiesa looking inspired, to now this. Well, luckily they got the draw, they got the second place, and that was the most vital thing for Spalletti. Because if Italy lost this game, oh boy, Spalletti would have taken a lot of heat. After getting destroyed by Spain, and then you're going to lose to Croatia in an uninspiring fashion, the Italian media would have crucified him. Fabio Capello would have came out and said some ludicrous things like, hey, this guy needs to go, this player needs to go, this and that. Where's all the quality for the Italian national team? But you know what? They got it. 8 minutes of added time a lot? No, they got because it was the VAR decision. It was because of the VAR decision, that's why. And obviously Fratesi handballed it. But yeah, look, Italy, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below if you're Italian. Are you happy with this team right now? Are you sort of scared of what could happen in the round of 16 if you go up against a better opponent? Because it's just not inspiring. Again, I will re-say this phrase. It is uninspiring. But they could have played just tournament football where they get 1-0, 1-1, they go to penalties, and Donnarumma is playing like the best goalkeeper at this Euros. He's playing like the best goalkeeper. Some of the saves he's making, look, he is terrible on the ball. But if you just want a pure shot stopper, Donnarumma's that guy. He is completely different to how he plays for PSG compared to how he plays for the Azzurri. This is a different Donnarumma. I don't know if it's just the mentality or what. Maybe he just hears the national anthem, he just feels the pride. But Donnarumma, when he puts that Azzurri kit on, he turns into beast mode. And he had to be beast mode. He saved Modric's penalties. I don't know what's happened to Croatia, by the way, recently with penalties. They have turned bad in that whole idea. But, look, Italy can still be dangerous as dogs, but they ain't winning this. Nah, I don't think Italy are going to win this Euros. They could still make it to a quarterfinal, and now their opponent in the round of 16 is Switzerland. So who do you favor in that round of 16 matchup, people? And obviously I will be releasing my round of 16 predictions once we know all the matchups. Do you favor Switzerland or do you favor Italy at the moment? If I'm going to be honest, based on the way Switzerland can be organized and they have a very good attacking players, I'm kind of favoring Switzerland. But let me know your thoughts in the chat right now in the comments down below. Big up to Aldi. Big up Aldi and Albania. Despite today, we pulled an amazing Euros. We should have done better, but we proved everyone wrong. And now we focus is World Cup 2026. Hey, man, you should be proud. You should be very proud. And look, Albania, they didn't get destroyed. I just kind of was frustrated at times that they could have really taken the game to Croatia. I feel like they could have won that game. The Italy game, you know, they obviously took the early lead, the quickest goal ever. At least they have some records for them, so Albania can take that on their way out of this Euros. But Albania, they give a good showing, much better than much better than Turkey at least. That's for damn sure. Albania didn't embarrass themselves like Turkey in the last game. So overall, it was a good tournament for Albania. Broja was a bit of a disappointment. I mean, Broja, how he missed that chance in the second half from a quick free kick. So everybody's going Swiss cheese. This is what we're doing. Hey, if you think if you think Switzerland is going to win that matchup against Italy, put Swiss cheese. If you think Italy's going to win that matchup, just put a pasta emoji. That's all I want to see in the chat right now. But now we're going to talk about Hrvatska because I think they're done, people. I think they're done. And I'm going to look at their lineup again, or their whole squad, because I think a couple of these players are done. Now, look, mathematically, they're not out of this yet because Slovenia and Czech Republic could still play. So Hrvatska could still advance, but they're going to need a miracle. They're going to need Slovenia to lose by 3 goals, and Hungary are the biggest benefits of today. They're by far the biggest benefits. So for Hrvatska, I think it's done. It's done for this national team. They've had a wonderful time. Like the last 10 years is the greatest years. Obviously, 1998, they made it to they got third place in the World Cup. But for Hrvatska and what they have done with this generation, from the Perisic to the Mandzukic to the Rakitic to the Lovren to the Modric, Brozovic, you name it, Kramaric, all of these guys, they will forever be legends of this nation. And they will always be heralded as that team that made it to the final of the World Cup, got the third place at the World Cup. But when you look at the age of their team, Kovacic is 30 years old. Obviously, Modric is 38. Brozovic, 31. Kramaric is actually 33 years old, which maybe people don't realize. Perisic, 35. Burumir, 32. Petkovic, 29. Vida, 35. Livakovic, well, he's a goalkeeper, so he can still play maybe for another 5-6 years with the national team. So this team, with a lot of their key players, it's done. It's done. And it kind of sucks that it had to end this way. And for all the drama that Hrvatska have provided in the past decade, with all the penalty shootouts, to late goals, to knocking out Brazil, to knocking out England, to the crazy game against Russia in the 2018 World Cup, to getting knocked out in 2016 Euros to Portugal thanks to Quaresma, Hrvatska have provided some wonderful moments, and that's all I can say. Now, I might have to do a video on it, a much more longer video about the ride that this side have taken us on. And it's a beautiful sight. But now it is time for a new generation of Croatian players. I think the biggest downfall for this team at this Euros isn't really the goal scoring. It's more the defending. Like, the counterattacks they've been poor at. Defensively from Sutolo, even though Sutolo today against Italy was pretty good, but overall Sutolo, not good enough. Bongaric, not good enough. Givardio, he hasn't even been his greatest throughout this Euro. Stanisic, he only started 2 games. It wasn't good enough, Croatia. They were not organized. They had the good moments today where they were able to clear the ball, but it was too much last-ditch defending. If you're going to advance far in an international tournament, you need to be defensively organized, like a Spain. Germany, Germany have a lot of quality going forward. Now, that's another thing. Croatia don't know what their best front 3 is. Dalic was trying everything from this to that to this to that. He could have won any formula. The potion was not working. And the potion needs to change. And I wonder if Dalic is going to continue after this Euros, because it's an embarrassment. Croatia going out in the group stage is still that game against Albania will haunt them. You have a 2-1 lead, and all you're supposed to do is just hang on for 2 more minutes. And it's just a simple cutback in your own box, and you let that happen. So Croatia, they only have themselves to blame for this Euro exit. They do. And yeah, it's done. But it's been a wonderful ride. Maybe we'll see the likes of Brozovic and Kovacic continue. I'm not too sure about Modric. I think this is it. I think this is a good time to go and say, you know what? We've done everything for this nation. We've given you the beautiful moments. It's time for a new generation to take over, and I think that time is now arrived. But hey, we can always say that Hrvatska have provided some wonderful moments. So people, I had them going out in the round of 16 because they're not really a good Euros team. But I would have still imagined that Hrvatska could make it out of group stage. But what I saw against Spain, I was like, this is not good. Like, defensively, yeah, they created the chances, but it's just more defensively. They were way too open and sloppy defending, and that's their downfall. And now they paid the price, and now they're going back home, and enjoy the summer for them. Big up to 10 Time. Thank you for the kind donation, buddy. Really, really appreciate it. He says, Michael, with your Hungary take, you fraud your way out. Hey, for now at least 10 Time. For now at least, because if you can see, I'll actually show the third place rankings. It's not looking good for Hrvatska. They're going to need a minor miracle from this stage. As you can see, Hrvatska now -3, 2 points. Slovenia, 2 points, 0 goal difference. So if you're Slovenian, just get a point or don't avoid a crazy defeat. And then it's down to Czechia and Turkey. Now, if Turkey, even if they lose, they'll be fine. Turkey could be the interesting one. That game between Turkey and Czechia, remember what happened in Euro 2008 between those two sides. But for now, Hungary are looking good. But I don't think Hungary are going to make it past the round of 16, if I'm going to be honest. Big up to Hitman. Thank you for your kind donation. Really appreciate it. It says, Croatia back to the wilderness, lol. Yeah, Hrvatska are just going to be that team. They're going to be like a Switzerland, a Czechia. You know, Czechia, back in the late 90s to early 2000s, they were doing really well. They made it to semifinals of Euro 2004. They made the final in Euro 1996. And then Czechia now are just like, hey, we're here for round of 16, group stage. We collect our stamps and we leave. I think Hrvatska will turn into that. You know, they don't have... I haven't seen any sort of younger players that are the likes of Rakitic, like Modric, like Brozovic. They don't have those sort of guys. A Mandzukic. This team just screams for a Mandzukic. Somebody who can come up clutch in the big moments. Or a Perisic. They don't have those guys. They don't. That's my biggest worry. Budimir had one good cameo. And that was against Albania. Even though he wasn't too terrible today. They needed a prime Perisic in this tournament. And they needed a prime Mandzukic, or any sort of Mandzukic, because he still would have been better than Budimir and Petkovic. But thank you, Hitman, and 10 Time for your kind donation. Is it time for Sutolo to learn Filipino? Bro, that is going crazy. Whoa. Nah, he's not been... I mean, he's been pretty bad, though. He's really, really been pretty bad. Yeah, I mean, put a 1 if you agree, put a 2 if you disagree. Is Hrvatska done? Is this generation done? Now, that last-minute goal, Calafiori's run was sensational. He said, you bums in the midfield, from Fratesi to Pellegrini to Barella to Jorginho, none of you could drive into space and create something. None of you. So he said, cool, I'll do it myself. And Calafiori plays a perfect pass out wide to Zaccagni, and Zaccagni, what a golazo, man. Now, the biggest question for Spalletti is, what on earth are you going to do in the round of 16? Because you're going to play, obviously now you're going to play Switzerland. Ugh. If I'm going to be honest, it's in Berlin Stadium as well. Oh my god. There we go, people. We already have our first matchup. When's that game? 29th? 29th. That's on Saturday, I think. We might have to do a watch on for that game. Yep, Saturday, 29th of June. We already know our first matchup in the round of 16, Switzerland, Italy. And right now, I got it 55-45 Switzerland. They're an organized team. They got the midfield. Italy really have to raise their game. This game today, they were just the benefit of Hrvatska and obviously Calafiori's quality and Zaccagni's quality. But they were the benefit of, I don't know what Stanisic and Juranovic are doing on the outside. One of them has to track the runner of Zaccagni. How does he have so much space? 98th minute. Why does he have so much space? That's something that Dalic is going to have to look back on, and we'll see if Dalic even keeps his spot. We'll see it, man. Hey, you never know, Ryan. You never know. This is football. This is tournament football. You can never, ever write off the Azzurri. Never. Okay, maybe until it's a playoff and they face North Macedonia. But that's about it. You can never write off the Azzurri. They always rise to the occasion, and they might do it again against Switzerland, because that's what they do. Everybody can talk the crap. We can say that their attack is garbage. We can say what we want about Scamacca to Retegui. Even Chiesa in these past 2 games hasn't been the greatest. But they'll find a way. Maybe that's down to Donnarumma stepping up or Calafiori just being the creator on this team. They will always find a way. But they're going up against Switzerland, who also are a very good tournament side, even though Switzerland, the last time they played in a round of 16, Gonzalo Ramos got a career from it. All right, people, give me your last thoughts. I mean, I don't need to really add anything about Spain or Albania, because Spain, they filled their B team. This is true. This is true. Oh, is Calafiori out for the Swiss game? Ugh. See, this is what I don't understand with this squad selection from Spalletti. Why did he not take Bellanova? Italy are screaming for some speed. Di Lorenzo is not the answer for speed. He's the anti-speed. Why didn't he select Bellanova? That's what I don't understand from Spalletti's squad selection, everything like that. Or actually, I'm sorry, but Bellanova's on the bench and Cambiaso. Play those 2 guys at right back. They're at least going to provide something going forward, something to help Chiesa or the attack. Because Di Lorenzo, just the guy, defensively it hasn't been strong enough. And going forward, has he provided anything? Anything? He's so bad, man. He's so bad. Oh, yeah. So Calafiori's out. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's not good, though. That's not good. I mean, Mancini, yeah, he's a decent defender, but that's what you need. You need Calafiori in the round of 16 matchup. You desperately do, but now he's gone. So that's a big worry. And then I would be super worried for the Azzurri. But everybody, I might have to do a video about Croatia after this Euros. I'll have to do a bit more research and really kind of have a deep dive on their run, because this run has been fun, but all good things must come to an end. And for Hrvatska, and for Modric, and all of these guys, Perisic, thank you. But now, retirement is that way. Retirement, that way. That way. Michael, your assessment before the tournament of the players, the one to watch in the Euros, have any of them lived up to your billing? The only one really, maybe is Šeško, even though Šeško hasn't been I would say the best of Šeško. Soboslai could have been a lot better. I was really excited by Calafiori. That was one player I was really excited by. Yeah, it's time to put some respect on Switzerland. I think right now I have Switzerland advancing. Right, I have to. But I'm going to have to see which players are suspended for the round of 16, because I maybe think Switzerland maybe have 1 or 2 players. Maybe they do. Hrvatska, man. Ay. So what? Honestly, y'all need to start being objective. I think we're all being objective. I think even though we can criticize Italy throughout this group stage, even though the first 45 minutes against Albania was good, the rest of it is just not good enough. They have a lot of good young players, and that's the reason why the Azzurri have won the under-19s and the under-17s. They just won the under-17 European Championships this year. They have a lot of good talent coming through, but the talent gap between the certain generations, it's vast. It's vast like the Saharan Desert. All right. Last one. Is it me or when Switzerland plays for Italy, he turns into something? Oh, Chiesa. When Chiesa plays for Italy, he turns into something else compared to him with Juventus. He's a star when he puts on the Italian shirt. I'll give you one simple answer. Allegri. We move. I'm worried for Romania of the past 2 nights. Yeah. Jeez. Big up to Bernal, says Italy showed its lack of ideas in the game against Spain, but never underestimate the Azzurri. No, that is exactly the thing. I am never going to underestimate the Azzurri. Never. I will never say that, yeah, they got no chance. No chance whatsoever. But if based on how it's been going, it's not looking great. But they're going up against Switzerland, who have looked good in this Euros organized. It's a tough opponent, though. It is a tough opponent. Yeah, he definitely made sure. He said, "Oh, cool. I'm getting a suspension for the round of 16. Let me just get an assist here, because this midfield can't do anything." That's what Calafiori said. Bode well for Hungary. They just need England to win and Denmark to not lose, and they are through to the round of 16. Well, that would be fantastic for me when I say they're dark horses. But yeah, Hungary don't look good either. Mu. As much as I love the Hungarians, they have not been good. But everybody, that's the match reaction for Croatia 1, Italy 1, and Hrvatska are pretty much done. And Albania 0, España 1, and that's it. What about the ref? There was nothing with the ref today. Huh? What about the ref today? He gave the penalty. That was a penalty by Fratesi. I'm not too sure. Yeah. Remember to go check out the Copa America reaction. Did the recap for Uruguay and USA's wins. And then we'll be back here tomorrow for more recaps. Because now we got 4 matches tomorrow. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. It's going to be crazy. 4 matches. And I wonder if Slovenia have a surprise for us. You never know, people. It's football. And the Austria-Netherlands game could be a good matchup. But everybody, I will see you tomorrow. Remember to hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. If you're watching on YouTube, if we can get to 55 likes, that would be fantastic. And hey, have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. And see you all tomorrow.